Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Declasse Impaler LX and deceased fireman. We're not going to talk about that. And I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. Actually, we will talk about it because my car is a little bit damaged. You can see the trunk won't close and one of the back doors won't close, and there's a blown-up fire truck. There was criminal damage taking place just before we started recording, and I partook of said criminal damage. And I think the explosion from the fire truck damaged the car, or maybe an NPC that was freaked out hit my car. I don't know. But I think that's what caused the little bit of damage that we see here. But whatever, you know, it's a thing that happened, and that's a thing that happened when I went up on the side there. I got a little overconfident on that curve coming around the tree on the asphalt because this thing just held so well that I thought it was going to do better than it did on that dirt section. So overcooked it, my fault. So normally we take out errors that are my fault instead of the car's fault, but it costs so little time that I don't think in the big picture it really makes that big of a difference. So looking at the numbers, it doesn't really. It wouldn't have moved it in the class. It would have moved it in the overall standings, but it wouldn't have moved it in Chop Shop either. So it would have still gotten the same result. So it's fine. It's fine. Settle down. By the way, you could have seen part of the criminal damage and taken part in it as well if you come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. The link is in the description down below, and it either is on the screen now or soon, or it just popped up, one of the two. Can't quite remember where the pacing of the new bumpers are. That's what they're called, little bumpers at the bottom. I don't know if that's what they're really called, but that's what I call them. But yeah, if you hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server, you can take part in all of our community videos as well as community live streams as long as you have the game and you play on that platform. You are welcome, more than welcome to join us. And even if you don't take part, we still want you to hang out with us on the Discord. We're all pretty chill. You're pretty chill because you're watching this video. So let's get all the really chill people together. Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me. So this car surprised me quite a bit. The bush kind of sucked. But you know, we tested this in the snow, and I forgot to see what it turned in the snow, honestly, for my little card here. So I'm kind of looking it up on the fly, and we'll just rough guesstimate how much longer it took. But I've got it there on my screen now, so we can talk about it in a moment. Anyway, it surprised me at how well it did, you know, because it's not a particularly fast car. And it's okay in terms of brakes and handling and all that, but we are up 2 minutes 42 seconds. So will it off-road? Yeah, the Impaler LX did surprisingly well. I mean, it's not the fastest car to ever get up, but for what it is, you know, it's a slow muscle car. I think that's a respectable time. It is 85th out of 417 vehicles. It is 0.017, so 17 thousandths of a second slower than an Albany Alpha. That's literally one frame, by the way. It took the Albany Alpha one frame of video longer to get up, which is kind of crazy. And then it is 0.38 seconds faster than the Bravado Banshee, which is, you know, it's keeping decent company. Those aren't bad cars. In terms of muscle, we have tested 55 of them so far. Oh, Raven, what is happening to you? Bless. I think Sven went off. I was looking down at my note card. Oh, hobo. Oh, hobo. Oh, hobo. Oh, that's, you hate to see it. Am I the only one still on the actual, like, path that I'm supposed to? I am. I'm the only one still on the actual path. Anyways, in terms of the 55 muscle vehicles that we have tested, it is 8th. It is 0.18 seconds slower than a Dominator GTX and 2.4 seconds faster than a Greenwood, which kind of surprised me. I figured it'd turn in about the same time as Greenwood. Oh, hike it down. Ran her over like 3 times. In terms of Chop Shop, As of this vehicle, we've recorded 9, and we'll have our 10th in just a moment. And it's currently in 5th place, 3.78 seconds faster than a Turismo, than a Turismo Omaggio, and 0.78 seconds faster than the unmarked Cruiser. By the way, this video is going live, if all goes according to plan, on April 8th. We recorded it on March 3rd. That's the day I'm doing this voiceover, and it will be available to members either tonight or in the morning on March 4th. And if you were a channel member, you could have watched it over a month ago. So hit up that channel membership. You can join for as little as, I think, $2 a month. I think YouTube even does a free trial, so you can see if you like it. But YouTube members get early access to 100% of my videos. Sometimes it's only an hour or two early. Sometimes it's a month early. Usually it's several weeks, though. By the way, we are down on our controlled descent, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So we're going to go back to the top of Mount Chiliad, fling it off the side of the mountain after we watch some jumps. We're going to have to speed up some footage because somebody named British Brandon is a little behind in his regular impaler, so we're gonna speed that up and then let him do his jump, which is gonna go wonderfully well for him. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, YouTube members, you get early access to all of my videos, on top of getting access to a behind-the-scenes version of the video that is ad-free. It is less edited, so you get to see shenanigans that we get up to and just the goofiness of a lot of the things that we do while we're recording that doesn't make it into the public video. Plus, you get to hear our Discord conversation, which this particular one had us talking about vintage Mercedes that we would like to see represented in the game, and Raven coming up with the most bizarre example that is known to man. But anyway, we usually have a good time, and you can partake in that vicariously by checking out the behind-the-scenes version. But that is only posted in the Vainglorious HQ, which is a supporters-only section of the Vainglorious Discord. And you get that one of 4 ways. Like we've already mentioned, YouTube memberships, or you can be a Twitch subscriber, which also gets you emotes and ad-free viewing of my live streams on Twitch. Or you can make a monthly pledge over on Patreon, which gives you credits. Name in the credits at the end of videos. I knew there was a perk that Patreon got that Twitch didn't get. Or you can just get a channel. You can just get like a server subscription on Discord. On all of those, as long as you have your respective service linked to Discord, you get access to the Vainglorious HQ section of the server, which is where the links are posted. And man, we took a beating coming down the hill, and then I failed to get over the wood pile as always. I don't think I have it in me anymore, man. But we're down 1 minute, 39 seconds. Let's take a little damage on the Impaler LX. Most of the windows and lights are gone. I think there's like a tail light left. The right rear door and trunk are missing, along with the rear bumper. It has bent wheels and slight body damage. I wouldn't call it anything beyond slight. But here's a look at our support vehicles. All worse for the wear. I think I'm about the only one that really came out of that fairly unscathed. Oh my, hobo. What'd you do to that Rancher? I almost said Granger, the Rancher. But that brings us to our next vehicle, the Declasse Impaler SZ, or if you're overseas, and I don't understand why you say it this way, SZ. I don't know where there's an E and a D in the letter Z, but hey, you do you, rest of the world. You do you. I got confused with handbrake and throttle on that launch there, so it kind of scooted a little bit. I thought for a minute my controller was broken, but then I realized, no, I was just being a dumb. So, yeah. What do you even do? What you should do is head down to the link in the description down below and play Will It Off-Road Bingo, which I think we're working on updating some things that can appear now that more stuff is visible because of other people recording. Which we did have Donkey very late in the day, but he didn't record, so we don't have 4 views from the part that he was here for. We still only have the 2. But eventually we may have up to 4 different views and more if more people record. And I'll just cycle through them as, you know, interesting things happen instead of just having them permanently up there at the top of the screen. I have heard some feedback about the lack of audio from their views, but it just doesn't work. One, like in Raven's case, he doesn't have his audio all separated out, so like you hear his Spotify, you hear his game, and you hear his Discord. So I wouldn't be able to use his game audio because I can't take that all out because it's all one audio track, so I have no way of separating it. Hobo has his separated out, and it's only game audio, and that's all I hear. But it's not the easiest thing to separate out in your recording software different applications from just being in the main recording. So, and I would never ask anybody to go to the trouble of doing that because, like I said, not the simplest thing to set up. So that is why you don't hear audio from their perspectives, just from mine. On top of that, it gets really loud. When I did include Hobo's audio one time just to kind of test it out and see how it would go, having Hobo's audio in it as well, it was just really, it was a little disorienting because you couldn't really tell what sounds were which. Plus, it was just kind of obnoxiously loud, and it just didn't work. So that's why that's not there. But you should play Will It Off-Road Bingo. We'll get it updated, and if you win, leave bingo in the comments down below. You'll be our 6th winner. I went and looked it back up again. We've had 5, you'll be 6th. So, or maybe we've had 6 and you'll be 7th. It's one of those two, I promise. One of these years, I will like put a post-it on my monitor, the number of winners. I say years because we already have plans to figure out how to do Will It Off-Road on GTA 6. Like, we're already thinking, what can we do, even though the game's not out yet. But we are up 2 minutes, 39 seconds. So, Will It Off-Road? Yes, it did well. For, again, what it is. It's a sedan, you know, and one from the mid-90s at that. In terms of overall, out of the 417 vehicles that we have tested, it is, so just running up there, I don't know where his car is. It is 62nd, so just like 3 seconds is good for 20 more places. By the way, I forgot to tell you the LX snow number. So in the dry, it did 242.57. In the snow, it did 324.55. So that is, I'm mathing in my head, like 40 seconds different? Did I do that right? Just under 40 seconds, like 39 point, little bit, yeah. So yeah, not an insignificant difference, but it does speak to the car's composure. A lot of cars take like minutes longer in the snow, and the LX only took less than 40 seconds, and this was just a cacophony. Everybody landed in front of me. I really thought I was going to get knocked off the mountain. But yeah, 62nd out of 417 for the SZ. It is 0.03 seconds slower than a Bravado Valera, or as I call it, the Valhalla. And it is 0.28 seconds faster than a Batty 801 RR. Is the RR any different than the regular Batty? I don't think it is. In terms of the 27 sedans that we have tested in Will It Off-Road over the past 6-7 years, it is 2nd place. Coming in well behind the 1st place. It's going to be a while before anybody catches 1st place in sedans. It is 13.48. It's basically 13.5 seconds slower than the Reinhardt, but it is 5.43 seconds faster than the Chincamilla, so not too bad. And, of course, the LX didn't get to hold on to 5th place in Chop Shop because the SX just took it over. Out of the 10 now that we've tested in Chop Shop, it is indeed 5th. It is 0.43 seconds slower, so less than a second slower than the Turismo Imaggio, and it is 3.35 seconds faster than the Impaler LX that we looked at just a moment ago. So, not bad performances out of either of the vehicles, considering what they are. By the way, if the colors are starting to look a little washed out, it is because I did bump up the brightness. It was a little dark across all 3 scenes, And when I bump up the brightness in Adobe, it also kind of washes things out. I haven't learned in Adobe how to bring up brightness and not wash out the colors. I'm sure it's possible in color correction, but I don't know how to do it. So that's what we get. But Hobo managed to, he was going to just drop from the sky as soon as we launched, but I guess he pressed the wrong button. So he's still inside of his Avenger. There he goes. He's still going to wind up further down the mountain than I am, so, you know, whatever. I will catch up. I promise I will catch up. But yeah, we're tumbling. Did I do the numbers for damage? I don't think I did. I don't remember what the jumps looked like either. I do know Raven jumped out of his car at one point, though, so there was that. Boy, wasn't that a great moment? Yeah, I don't remember. It's been, 8 hours since we've recorded the video, and I edited it just quickly earlier today, and I don't actually have to watch much of it to edit it. I just gotta, like, put the markers and the cuts where the action stops and starts, and I'm done. Load Offroad's super easy to edit. Even adding in the extra footage, added in like maybe 5 minutes to the editing process now that we've got a good way to synchronize. I'm not going to tell you my secret though, but we do have an easy way to synchronize videos. They do wind up getting a little bit out of sync. That's just because of the differences in recording software and hardware. I do handbrake everything of theirs from 30 frames per second to 60, so at least we're all on the same frame rate, but even then it's never going to stay in sync. It's just the nature of the way recording video game footage works. But failed the woodpile again. Once again rejected by a tree, though I don't think I would have gotten over anyway. And we are down 1 minute 36 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage. Oh, well, failed too. Let's take a look at the damage on the SZ. Most of the windows and all the lights go on. The left fender is missing, which is the only body part I think that came off of it. Hood, doors, and trunk won't close. It does have bent wheels, and there is minor damage, but there was one other bit of what we're going to put in the damage here, and that is a near-death experience. Yeah. There's our support vehicles, including the flaming wreckage, because Raven's vehicle did explode from that collision with the helicopter. And that's going to do it for this week's Will It Off-Road. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to play Will It Off-Road Bingo, and please come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. We'd love to have you. I know there's 1,001 things you could have watched that were uploaded in the past 2 seconds to YouTube, and you chose my video, so thank you sincerely. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.